guys, so we're going to be starting off with the Essence I Love Stage Eyeshadow Primer. I use this in almost all of my tutorials, and it is for one reason, and that is that I love it. I think this is my jam for like I don't know how many years to come, and it's only $3. So I'm just applying it to the eyelids and blending it out using this e.l.f. Selfie Ready foundation brush. Yes, foundation brush. So I'm going to be using the MILANI Everyday Eyeshadow Collection eyeshadow palettes. I'm using two of them. I will list them down in the description box. So I'm going to start off using this kind of cream, kind of bony shade, and I'm going to be applying that all over the eyelids, basically just to create a nice base so that all my eyeshadows will blend easily on top of it. This just really helps to create a nice kind of canvas. Say you were doing a painting, that's what this is for. So it's definitely crucial. So next we're going to be moving into this other eyeshadow palette. We're just going to be switching between these two, and I'm applying this tone that's like kind of like bony but a little bit more brown to it. It is a warmer tone, so I'm applying this to the crease and basically just gonna blend it out as much as I can. I'm applying a little more to kind of like the outer part of it, as you can tell by the video. Next, I'm going to be going in with this Morphe brush, and I'm going to be going into this beautiful orange that I love. It has to be my favorite eyeshadow from the MILANI selection, and it's just beautiful. I love this shade so much. So I'm applying this to the crease and kind of just working it a little bit lower than the transition shade and just really smoking that out, blending it out using this brush that I love so much. So I am applying this kind of to like the outer V part of the eye. It's just a very, very beautiful, beautiful tone. I really love this. So definitely take your time and blend it out because that's crucial. So next I'm going to be going in with the NYX Glitter Glue, and I'm going to be using this Luxie brush, just any kind of brush that gives you a little bit more precision, and I'm going to apply some NYX Glitter Glue in the kind of like a shape of an almond. Basically, that's exactly what it is. Just applying the NYX glitter glue all over the eyelid, so it's gonna be like kind of like an almond shape, as you can see. And you could just tail it off however you like, if you wanted more cat eye, or in this case I was just going for a simple almond shape. So then I'm taking this Wet n Wild brush and I'm applying this black eyeshadow, and bam! Oh my god, did you guys see my reaction? I was like, what? This is from MILANI Drugstore. In my last smoky eye that I did, which was also black but totally different tones, I will leave a card here. I used a Too Faced black, and it was so nothing like this. It was more like an off black kind of gray color. This one is black, and it's from MILANI, guys. So you need this palette in your life. And as you can see, it did get a little bit sloppy. I'm still not like a perfectionist when it comes to doing my cut creases. The way I cheat through it is by doing a glitter liner, which I love. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of just blending it out as much as I can to kind of soften up those harsh black little lines that I have on my eyelid that you can easily notice there. So just gonna try to blend that out as much as I can. Next, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy in Vivid Brights from NYX liner. So I'm going to be using the Midnight Cowboy one to kind of cut my crease. And this is basically going to cover up the flaws that I have of the black shadow peeking through a little bit. So this is like an easy kind of cheat way to do a cut crease. And next I'm applying the purple eyeshadow from NYX to, you know, your normal place, which is right above your eyelashes. And once we take the tape off, bam, you have a beautiful, beautiful sharp cut crease eye look, and it's so beautiful. But we are not done yet, guys. We're gonna go back in. Oh, actually, this is the drugstore version of what gold glitter you could have used. I just forgot to. So this is the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner in gold. This one could substitute the Midnight Cowboy one. So I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Cover All primer for my face, and I'm just going to apply it all over my face, just kind of soften my texture a little bit. So I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. eyebrow kit. That is only because I like to do my eyebrows before my foundation. So here I am filling them in. Like I said, this is a drugstore video, so I used this e.l.f. eyebrow kit, but I'm going to be honest, it's nothing compared to my Benefit Ka-Brow. Definitely, if you want to invest in that one. It lasts for such a long time, and it's so beautiful. This one's a little bit too waxy, but definitely if you cannot afford it, this is a great drugstore option. So next, I'm just going back into this kind of shimmery cream color, and I'm applying that to the brow bone. So next I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild foundation, which I have been living for. It was in my February favorites. I will leave a card here, and I also featured it in a Wet n Wild kind of try on tutorial, so I will also leave a card here. So basically I'm just using this Loyal and Rang nickel brush, face brush, and this is from Walmart. There is a 4-piece set, and it is $17, which is really amazing considering how much just an oval 7 brush will cost you. Totally worth it. I love these brushes. The only con to them is kind of like the handle. It's a little bit flimsy, but as you can see, I'm holding the head and it just makes it pretty easy. It's like totally worth it for the money I paid. I love this brush so much. So next I'm going to be going in with this Fit Me concealer in the shade 25, and just gonna apply an excess amount of it. I have no idea why. I definitely did apply too much. Now that editing Amy is here, I'm like, Amy, why didn't you stop like 30 seconds ago? Oh my god, it's so funny. So I do like to highlight under my eyes and also my nose and my cupid's bow, and I'm just using the same brush to kind of blending it all out. And as you can see, it kind of blended into my foundation because it was too much, Amy, too much. So now you know, guys, use a little bit of concealer. Don't go ham. So here I am just blending that baby out. Now I'm going to be using this kind of like pom-pom that came in the Laura Mercier setting powder, and I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier setting powder to kind of bake under my eyes. I have really been loving using this puff for some reason. I have no idea why, but I have been loving it. So after that, I'm going to leave it a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go in with this It brush for Ulta, and I'm just going to take away all the excess powder that I have and just kind of spread the rest or the excess onto the rest of my face just to kind of set the foundation, even though this foundation doesn't really need to be set, and I love that about it. So next I'm going to be going into the Wet n Wild Cocoa Contour Powder. It's actually a face powder, but I use it as a contour, so I already got used to calling it a contour powder. I'm sorry. And it works so beautifully. I seriously love this. I love this powder. It is perfection. It blends out so beautifully, as you can see in the screen. Like, you can build it up, you can have a harsh hand with it, and it's not gonna be like crazy pigmented. It's such a blendable cocoa contour, such a beautiful contour shade. It kind of reminds me a lot of the Too Faced contour shade from the Too Faced contour palette. So many times saying contour. Seriously. So I am going for a little bit more of a dramatic contour just because my blush is going to be light, and I really want my face to have some really nice defined shape to it. So here I'm trying to kind of like hide my double chin a little bit. Amy needs to like get on some diet, like dead ass. So just blending away, just blending. Like I said, I love this powder so much. You could work with it so much. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. So here I'm just a little bit distracted. Get your game together, Amy. I'm using this e.l.f. contour brush to contour what to me is the most difficult part, which is my nose. Sometimes I can have way too much of a heavy hand. Sometimes it's not thin enough, so it looks crazy, like my whole nose looks contoured, which is really not something you want. So this brush really does help me out a lot with my nose contour. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush, and the reason I'm using this blush is because it gives you a subtle hint of color, but it gives you some beautiful kind of radiance that looks like your skin, but better. Like it looks like it's your skin that's highlighted. It just makes your skin look so glowy, or your cheeks at least, like so pretty, and it gives a beautiful hint of peachy color that's just so beautiful for a dramatic look, because you obviously don't want to overpower your blush and in your eyes and in your lips, and then you look like a clown, let's be honest. So I really do love this blush. So beautiful, highly recommended. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. So next I'm going to be going in with this ColourPop highlighter. This is in the shade Wisp, and I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush in order to highlight. I love this brush for highlighting. It gives you an exact highlight, puts it exactly where I want it, and it's just so beautiful. It works it in, like it just melts into your skin. I love this highlight as well. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. And I love this highlight because you can go hard, or you can actually do a very subtle highlight with it. So I'm going to go back into the MILANI palette and just taking the brush that comes with the palette and applying this orange again on, but this time on my lower lash line. This is basically going to even out the look, so it's not just crazy bold on top, but also has color in the bottoms. And I did apply a little bit of black to the outer half under my lower lashes. So I'm just gonna curl and put mascara. I'm using the Big Shot on my lower lashes, and then I'm gonna go in with Coco K. This is from the Kylie Cosmetics little set that she did, I want to say almost a year ago. Yeah, almost a year ago, I think, for my birthday. So July, half a year ago, a little bit over half a year. And I love this shade. It's so beautiful, but for this look, to be honest, I thought it was too nude, so I went ahead and added a little bit of Kristen to just the center, and then I kind of went in with my finger, dabbed it, just kind of blended it into Coco K a little bit. But then, of course, I wasn't satisfied, and then I thought it was too pink for the orange in the eyes. So then I went back to Coco K and I applied it a little bit more in the center of my lips, dabbed it on a little bit more with my fingers, and that is how I created a beautiful nude that I was actually happy with, that wasn't too pale for me. And here we have it. Let's go see how the look came out afterwards.